I'm gonna look down. I don't know why I look down. I can look right here in the front of this camera. This camera can see me buttoning in my shirt. I broke my fast today, and I really wasn't hungry when I ate. I just decided to eat. I don't know why, but for me, I've come to a little bit of a degree of a realization. A person owes it, or at least I owe it, and I think other people should probably follow suit as well, but that's them. But hey, how's it going, Diamond? Diamond Dane is in the house. But a person owes it to those who came before him and those who love him to do the best they possibly can. And that is something I strive to do. I don't always do it. I slack off. And I have been slacking off lately. You know, I've allowed myself to get involved in these YouTube holes and other things where I just waste my time. And that's not really a good thing. You have things to do. You have things to complete. And you should strive to complete them. And we have another person talking about a skeet ball machine. And there he is. I'm going to put him in the link. I'm going to send him a link. I was watching, by the way, not a document, but it was, I watched a few documentaries on Enoch Powell. And I was watching a thing about the 1980 riots in a black neighborhood in Britain. And it's like, to a degree, I mean, Britain, just like Japan, I am having a good day. I'm having a better day. Just like Japan, England is an ethnic nation. There is an ethnicity to being British. And if you go to a country, you should respect that country's customs and ways as best you can. And I didn't see that in what I was looking at in the documentary. I saw a lot of people complaining and bitching and moaning. But if you break the law, and if your parents come from someplace else and you break the law, you are disgracing your parents. And if you're on unemployment, you're being a parasite to a country that lets you in. You owe your best. And I don't think the people in the documentary that I was seeing necessarily gave their best. Anyway, I have why does he call himself that? I have Howard on. I'm going to bring him on. Howard, who is that? That does not look like, I thought that was Dr. Fauci at first when I saw the smaller picture, but that is not Dr. Fauci. It's somebody else.
No, it's nobody.
Yeah. I thought he might be your uncle.
That person doesn't exist.
You don't have an uncle?
I did, but that person doesn't exist.
Oh, the person in the picture doesn't exist? He's he's like digitally made up?
Correct.
Why would you do something like that? He looks like such a normal person. And do you think this digitally made up person looks Jewish, by the way?
No, but that is Dr. Ivermectin.
Really? You said it was nobody. Why did you lie to me, Howard?
It is nobody. It's computer generated. What's wrong with you? Did you win that hat playing skee ball in an arcade at the beach.
You know what, Howard? I just thought I'd go for a. And Diamond Dane says you made a deep fake. But this hat, I just changed paces. I bought that hat, and I think that the other hat, both at the Army surplus store near where I live. And I just I thought a different color. You obviously don't like the hat, do you?
Oh, I haven't decided yet.
Do you own any?
Deep,
Do you even
the
own
deep,
a fedora?
no, I used to. The deep fakes, I have as many as I need. I use them for forums online. I use them for Twitter. I use them for a bunch of things.
How many Twitter? Pages? I mean, like how many Twitters? What do you call it?
30.
Really? Oh, that's pretty good. Pretty good, Howard.
Dr. Ivor Mecton is a board certified emergency room doctor.
Mm.
You could find him on Twitter.
I might.
Dr. Ivor Mecton.
Now, how do you spell doctor in your thing? Like, is it like
I'm
doctor?
not entirely sure. Dr. It's Doc Ivermectin on Twitter.
What's the avatar?
Doc, the picture you're looking at.
Oh.
Doc Ivermectin.
Because they have a Dr. Ivermectin, and Dr. Ivermectin, they have a polar ice bear.
You can't even say it correctly. It's at Doc, D-O-C, Ivermectin, but you don't know how to spell ivermectin.
I don't.
Right, and you never will wearing a hat like that. I can guarantee it.
Is it all one word, or is it Doc?
At Doc Ivermectin, all one Twitter handle.
How do you spell ivermectin? And I'm not going to do this now. I'll do it.
There's the problem right there.
What?
As much as we know about ivermectin, you don't know how to spell it.
No, I don't. And there are people. There's. All right. I might just play the audio, but he says he's a southern. He's a the
Who? What are you talking about?
the redneck the redneck liberal goes off
Who?
on
And
ivermectin.
who would that be?
The liberal redneck.
I don't know what that is. Have you wondered why Diamond Dane doesn't see me in the chat? The YouTube chat.
I guess.
Oh, I'm in there, but you don't see me.
Well, I apologize.
Oh, I've already told you that your partner blocked me, and he lies to this day saying that he didn't.
Well, I didn't block you. I only blocked you on Skype after you abused me.
Yes. Well, you have another Achilles heel.
What's that?
Right there. Bloop, bloop, bloop.
H.
I can make noise. I can make noise on your show because you have Discord up.
Yeah, I know. I can get rid of that though. Watch me quit it.
You can, but you won't.
I just quit Discord right now. It's not. I don't have it up, so you can't.
Yeah, you say that, but we don't believe it.
Well, you have to believe what you want. It's a free world. So
no, it's not.
No, you're right. It's not a free world. It's not a free country. It's not a free world. Not a free anything. Nothing's for free.
Communism's for free.
I mean,
You are again wearing a red shirt with a red T-shirt. Do you do that on purpose?
I
With a
think.
black hat.
What are you? What are you? Who's that one guy? I think he's dead now. The fashion.
Yes, I know who you're talking about. You look like a Pez dispenser.
Oh, Howard, you could probably replace him, but they'd hate you so much. You'd
Is
be.
that a big television behind you, or is that another computer monitor?
It's a long story, Howard. Can we move on? Jeez, you're
But
so.
you have it in the background for people to see. You want people to see it. Why?
No, I'm just too lazy to take it out. It has nothing to do with that. I'm a lazy. I'm a lazy
Is
boy.
that your only television?
Howard, why do you want to? What is it, Howard, that makes you want to like? You
Well,
all,
is it an extra television that you have a computer back there? You obviously have a computer in front of you.
yeah,
I don't think you ever use the computer behind you.
I have. Well,
Certainly, you never turn on that expensive Dyson fan. Is that at least an air purifier as well, or is it just one of those
I
fans
have
that
my
look like a paperclip?
fire in my room. Do you have an air
That
purifier, Howard? Do you have an air purifier?
I have more than one. I have three.
Howard, how much do you weigh? Because I think I weigh less than you now.
Who cares? You have much less hair than me, and that's more important.
Well,
And I have something over you
what's that?
that you will never beat me on.
What's that?
I get laid all the time.
Good for you. Doesn't really, I don't care if anyone gets laid. The only one I care about getting laid is me, and I don't really care about that much anymore.
Why would that be?
Just like my appetite, it's not what it used to be. I fasted 2 days, and I ate a little bit today, and I'm not that hungry. And I'm going to fast the rest of the day. Maybe I'll fast into the night.
I'm thinking of a Seinfeld episode, but I'm not going to go there. Although, now that you brought in the scumbag that blocked me on this YouTube channel, maybe now he will unblock me
Well,
instead of making excuses,
uh,
talking about flat Earth,
yes. Well,
creating new channels that no one will listen to,
very few people listen to my show.
living in his garage. Is he living in the garage? I think he is.
Maybe,
That is a negative. No.
but
You must be banished certainly from the bedroom at this point.
geez, Louise, Howard.
I've never been banished from any bedroom.
He,
Nice try.
I have a feeling that your house would explode if you went near the bedroom. By the way, did you quit your job yet?
So
Howard.
what's our topic for today?
Well, our topic, it's just kind of a grab bag. I'm the stoic man. I try to be stoic.
It's a grab ass show, is what it is.
You call it that, but I was talking about a few subjects, and Howard, Howard came in. Howard, do you still listen to Stefan Molyneux on BitChute?
I have not listened to Stefan Molyneux in a long time.
Why haven't you followed him to the other platforms?
I have enough to listen to. There's no void that Stefan Molyneux needs to fill. I have enough podcasts that I listen to.
He's so hard to listen to. He's near impossible for me to listen to. He's awful.
I would prefer to listen to Megan Kelly. I like Megan Kelly's podcast.
She's all right.
She's quite good. She's got a nice voice.
She had some interesting takes. Do you ever listen to Dinesh D'Souza?
To who?
Dinesh?
Oh, Dinesh.
Yes.
Did you say Dennis D'Souza?
No, I said Dinesh.
No, I don't think you did. That's what threw me off.
But do you listen to him or no?
You got a nice comment there from Diamond Dane.
Thank you, Diamond.
Is he gay?
What does it matter?
Is it your business?
Reperception has 216 subscribers. Is that true?
I think so, yeah.
How's that possible?
Don't ask me. The videos I put up there got a lot of hits.
Videos of you talking.
I somehow procured an interview with maybe the #1 flat earther and totally pissed him off. He like rage quit my show after about an hour.
Yeah.
But he has a whole presentation that he does, and it's this whole thing. And at the end, you're still kind of left scratching your head and wondering why this guy is telling you to, accept and in whatever shape this place is. He definitely can't prove it any more than One Angry Jew can.
One Angry Jew never says anything he can't prove. Yes, digest that.
A certified asshole is the One Angry Jew.
Swallow it. One Angry Jew never says anything that can't be proven.
You know what? For all you've said about 9/11, and we all know it's a farce except for Brian. Brian still won't accept anything you say about 9/11. I don't think.
We had a little discussion.
He still thinks 2 buildings fell.
We had a little discussion a couple days ago about where the engines would have to be to make the hole in the Pentagon where it is. Did we convince you a little bit? Did we sway you away from the narrative the government told you a little bit?
But you know what? I'd have to examine more on that. I mean, to me, that's not.
Well, let me ask you this: do you have any recollection of the images of the Pentagon getting hit by a plane? Do you remember from when you first saw them, and have any recollection of what you saw? You may not have. I'm just wondering.
I don't. It's not. I mean, at that
You
time,
probably have to match up food with a memory for him.
Yeah,
Like
you were
most
eating a
people
taco.
Like most people who smell something and remember something from 30 years ago, he probably has to be reminded of food.
I want you to imagine biting into a giant Campos burrito while you were watching 9/11 news. And no, it's such a crazy story too. That one is really peculiar and weird. I think they never got the plane out of the ground. Is that right? Like it like hit the ground and went under the ground and then like melted or something. Like they never were able to.
Nothing ever touched the ground. The ground in front of that hole was pristine. The grass was untouched.
The grass was untouched.
The only skid marks that day were in Mr. Midnight Movie's underwear.
Well, I remember that.
Yeah, I mean, we're getting close to that day. And
why do we have to get close to that day in order to talk about it? I explained to you that if an airplane made a hole in that building, that the wings would have to be probably underground, and the engines certainly would have been 10 feet underground, and yet there are no engines on the lawn. There are no skid marks on the lawn. There's no damage on the lawn. And in the morning, there's no debris on the lawn. There's only debris about sometime around lunchtime when lots of white men wearing white shirts and red ties, or maybe blue ties, probably red ties, short sleeve, are walking around the front that the lawn in front of the hole with Donald Rumsfeld, a cabinet member who should have been whisked away by Secret Service, but he's on the front lawn of the Pentagon. And those men in white shirts are walking around picking up debris. Were they picking it up or were they placing it there? Because I saw that, and the first thing I thought was, who picks up debris at a crime scene? And it wasn't just one. There were about 30 of them out there. Why were they touching evidence? Why were they moving evidence? Why did they have evidence in their hands? And why was Donald Rumsfeld, a member of the cabinet who should have been taken away to safety, why was he on the front lawn of the Pentagon? Why was the Secretary of War on the Pentagon? Did he know something that nobody else knew? Did he possibly know that he was safe out there? Why would he have assumed that he should have been on the lawn, or anybody else should have been on the lawn, when they were just attacked, so we were told? What did Donald Rumsfeld know when he was out on the lawn? Why was he milling about? Was he waiting for the next attack? Maybe another plane to come in and kill him? Why was he out there? Didn't seem very concerned about any danger. You would think he'd be concerned. You'd think everybody would be concerned. You'd think Secret Service would especially be concerned about his safety, as he's a cabinet member. And yet he was out on the lawn, as normal as can be.
Also, a cabinet member who had announced that billions of dollars, hundreds of billions of dollars had gone missing.
No.
Was it
No.
Oh no, that was
3.2 trillion.
Oh, trillion. My bad. That would, but doesn't that even make it even more?
Not a small number. Where were the bean counters in the Pentagon that were counting that trillion, trying to find where it was? Want to take a guess?
No.
Mr. Midnight Movie, would you like to take a guess where the accountants were and all the investigators who were searching for the $3.2 trillion that Rumsfeld had announced the day before?
Building 7.
They were in Building 7, but they were also in the Pentagon. Care to guess what part of the Pentagon they were in?
All right, Howard.
The bunker.
I want to.
No. Where the hole is. That's where they were. They were in in the section where the hole was.
That makes more sense. Yeah. Oh, missing the missing piece.
Didn't Donald Rumsfeld die? Yes, he's dead. He died a month ago, or a week or two ago.
How do we debunk them? And why should we bother? I'm going to try to answer all of these questions. So, microspheres are microscopic spheres, as the name suggests. Here's some a penny that I made. They're made of iron, and they range in size from about half a millimeter to around 50 microns. That's about 1,000th of an inch. Very, very small spheres. How do you make microspheres? Any sufficiently small bit of liquid is going to form a sphere because of liquid tension.
Who's playing that?
Me. Do you have any comment?
Why are you playing that? What are you playing? First of all, you give no introduction. You just play some guy with a British accent, and everybody's sitting here wondering why. Why would you play that?
I hope I can invite someone like this, perhaps, to give you, and maybe, hopefully, it's a good British man to give you a good, proper British intellectual spanking.
No one wins in a verbal judo session with me. Certainly no one who's trying to debunk 9/11. I know more than Anybody you know?
Well, I think one of the things I want to do is find some people who go against your conspiracy theories. And
Why? Wait. Why do you assume what I say is a conspiracy theory? The government gave you a conspiracy theory. Do you, in your right mind, believe that Hani Hanjour, who had difficulty demonstrating that he could fly a 172 at Bowie Airport, Bowie, Maryland? I've flown in and out of Bowie. Not a particularly difficult airport, but it does have obstructions at both ends of the runway. I believe trees on one end and power lines in front of the runway. You have to come in steep so that you don't hit the power lines. So I've flown in and out of Bowie in everything from a 172 to an Archer to I don't think I had anything bigger. I've certainly brought in the oh boy, I'm going to forget that. I've flown a couple planes into Bowie Airport. Hani Hanjour had a little difficulty demonstrating to the flight instructor at Bowie that he was capable of flying a 172, which is kind of odd because Hani Hanjour had a private pilot rating, he had a instrument rating, and he also had a commercial rating, which I find very strange. Oh, I'm sorry. You remember the government told you that all those pilots only went to flight schools to learn how to point the aircraft. Remember that?
yes,
Every single one of those pilots had a private pilot certificate. They had an instrument rating. They had a commercial certificate. And some of them, such as Muhammad Atta, had their multi-engine sign off and were working on flight instructor. They were accomplished pilots. They knew how to take off and they knew how to land. All of them. And you can go to the pilot airman database right now at the FAA and you can look up Muhammad Atta. He's still in there. All his ratings are still there. They haven't scrubbed him from the database. They've scrubbed the others. And somewhere on my computer, I have a copy of all of their accomplishments. They were on the track to become airline pilots. Their next rating would have been flight instructor. All four of them.
all right. I'm going to tell you what, because I gotta end the show because I do have to get to work pretty soon. I have to get ready for work, but I invite you. I am off like around 6 o'clock Pacific time.
Hold on. Okay, we're thrilled about that. Darren always brings up his cop friend who tells these stories.
He's always got somebody who's on the scene of anything.
Yeah, let me just look at what Darren just wrote. I have a friend.
Let me read that to you. I have a friend that was at the base of the towers when the second one fell. He was in a subway. He was a cop. He has lots of pictures, including one of the front wheel of a plane.
Uh-huh. So am I to believe that a jetliner hit the building on the 80-something floor and the wheel ended up in the basement in the subway? Shut up, Darren. Tell your friend he's a douchebag.
I don't say things.
And I've been waiting for Darren to produce this cop for me to verbally turn into pulled pork.
That's not too far of a stretch from the other story that actually one of the supposed terrorists' passport had actually fallen to the ground, and somebody had found that.
Right. All of this jet fuel ignited and yet the passport made it all the way down to the ground in pristine form.
So
Maybe it came from, maybe it was ensconced in the wheel.
Like a Knish.
Like a Knish. It's the most ridiculous thing I've ever heard.
well, guys,
Passport Knishes. All right,
Joe,
are you done?
if you want to continue,
Where are you going, Mr. Brian?
Gotta work.
get ready for work, my friend.
Working man.
So like, subscribe, leave a comment down below. Hopefully he
Can
will.
you give us your work phone number so we can call you to verify?
Oh, Howard. Come on. What a silly.
You were going to waste how much time
Howard,
with this British speaker?
Howard,
How
Howard.
long was that? How long was that British clip?
Howard. This is one of the reasons why people sometimes dislike you. Calling
I as if I could care even one whit.
I know, but it's not very nice. But either way, hey guys, like, subscribe, and leave a comment down below.
You have one like.
I hope it's from you. It's from me.
I hope it was from
It's
Angel.
not-
Thank you, Angel, and
It's
thank
not
you.
from me, but now you have one dislike because I'm still blocked.
We don't know how to unblock you. I'll have to check that.
You blocked me. You should know how to unblock me.
Well, hopefully, but you know what? I think we'll come to the truth of 9/11 before John Block.
No, you're never going to get to the truth of 9/11 any more than you're going to get to the full truth of what happened to that building in the Florida beach a couple months ago.
Well, either way, hey guys. Thanks, Diamond Dane. Diamond Dane liked the show, Jimmy. But and thanks for the subscribing as well. Hey guys, like, subscribe, leave a comment down below.
By the way, the CNN reporter Jamie McIntyre, why don't you play the clip, and you can find that on YouTube. Why don't you play the very short clip from Jamie McIntyre as he broadcasted live on CNN at 9:00 something in the morning? I can paraphrase what he said. He stood on the lawn and he said, "I can see no evidence that a plane hit the Pentagon."
Well, we'll get into all that.
And at 9 something in the morning when he was there was no evidence. There was no debris. All he saw was a hole in the Pentagon.
All right, we'll look into that. Hey guys,
A hole 19 feet in diameter.
Like, subscribe, leave a comment down below.
Starting 1 foot from the ground.
Jesus Christ, Howard.
No,
Like, subscribe, leave a comment down below. Thank you for listening.